Welcome back to Any Percent. I am your host, Evan Sampson. This is episode 20. I'm trying to do a YouTube voice. I'm joined...
clutching the mic.
Yeah, and that's part of it is like when you just got to grab the balls of the mic and just like pull it in. I am joined, as always, by my two lovely co-hosts, Casper, Karen.
Howdy.
Kody Mosley.
Hey, what's up, guys? Casper, you look like Strangers of whatever, the new Final Fantasy game with the Henley.
All men wearing Henleys. Yeah, nice.
We're getting ready to fight chaos.
Dude, I fucking hate chaos, bro. Chaos sucks. And we got our boy Greg on the pod today. Welcome.
Good evening.
Second time on the pod, yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Greg were trying to figure it out because I forgot that he was on the Frostpunk episode.
Yeah. So, he's a frosty punk, dude. It makes sense. Fellas, it's been a month. We're now on a monthly schedule, so we are a monthly, formerly bi-weekly podcast about video games and video game discussion, analysis, anal cysts. So, yeah, that's the type of. This is actually a medical health history podcast. We're gonna talk about like my medical history, which involves anal cysts. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So, all right, Kody, what have you been up to for this last month, other than playing the game that I haven't said the name of yet?
You know, this month actually, I'm in one of those moods, right? And I feel like everybody goes through this, right? It's like I'm not in a gaming mood so much. Besides like Valorant, because that's always like a staple.
Yeah.
But I've been like just catching up on TV shows, movies, a lot of comics, dude. I'm like drowning in comics. So
nice. What are you reading for comics?
Survive.
I mean, other than all of them.
Yeah,
give me the
like
highlights.
The new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
You know, you got your Spider-Man, your Batman, all that good stuff.
All the men.
But other than that, I mean, so games. I guess I'm still trying to trug through the new Horizon game. Still haven't beat it. I'm probably like a third, and I play like an hour like every other day. And I'm just like one mission at a time, just slowly going through it. Yeah, hopefully I finish that soon.
Maybe by the next month, the next monthly episode.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right.
Excuse me.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Casper, what are you playing?
I played a ton of games, actually. Just all I've been doing.
This month, yeah.
Recently I played Abzu, or whatever it's called.
Oh, nice.
Ocean
yeah,
one.
Abzu. Yeah.
I didn't really like it. It wasn't. I mean, to be fair, it's not my kind of game because it really wasn't. Like, it was really pretty and the music was nice, but there wasn't any gameplay other than
pretty slow.
Swim here, swim there.
Right.
That's pretty much it. But and like a little bit of light story, which is all right. But
they also did the Pathless. That's right.
Pathless. I never heard of that.
It's like it came out like with the PS5, and it's a game where you are like running around shooting stuff with a bow and arrow. I haven't played it, but it seems pretty looking and kind of fun.
Sounds like my childhood.
Yeah, dude.
I played Inside, which is
for the first time.
Yo.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten through that.
It's a pretty cool game.
I do like it.
Short.
I do like it. Yeah. I got to a section and then my computer started dying and I haven't bothered to re-download it and finish it. On my new computer.
The people who do those games do a great job of telling a story without any dialogue. You know?
For sure.
I like that game. It was a really cool puzzle. Did you guys all play that?
I beat it.
Yeah, I played it. I played it when it came out because that year everybody was talking about it for like Game of the Year. So, and obviously coming off Limbo, which was like already really good, and then Inside.
Yeah. What's the studio? Play Dead. Is that the studio?
Yeah, I think
Play Dead.
I won't spoil it for Greg, but the ending was super weird. Do you remember it, Evan?
Let's not say much, but
yeah. Oh man, what else? Elden Ring. I think a lot of us have been playing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yes.
A lot of content.
It's a lot to get through.
I'll save that for you, Evan, because...
What else?
Oh, what's that Star Wars game? The one that's like Dark Souls.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah.
Fallen Order. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but that game was really fun.
Yeah.
Like,
That's another one that
I
I have
beat
to
it.
get back through. That I like got
Yeah.
halfway through,
Yeah.
and it was just
Yeah.
like your computer's gonna start dying now.
But
no.
That's been on my backlog for a while. So.
I would
It's
definitely
awesome.
recommend
I
that
really
one.
recommend it. Yeah.
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 I mean,
it's not as hard as Dark Souls, but it is
Yeah.
trying to be like Dark Souls, and like it's just
Like,
borrowing little
mechanically.
pieces. Yeah.
It
But
has
it's like way more adventure game-ish, I think.
it has different difficulties too. I played not the hardest one because that one just didn't seem fun, but like the one before that.
Grandmaster's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah,
No, you just gotta get good at dodging,
yeah, that's true.
and
I think
also
that's
you know
pretty
get
much
those
it.
parries going, and you're golden.
Parries.
Yeah.
I love a good
I
parry.
Yeah.
do
Essentially,
love,
just be better at the game. You know?
Yeah.
I love just deflecting the laser shots to like the stormtrooper grunts.
I
It's
think
just
that
so
is
satisfying.
like the key fantasy of any Star Wars game is being able to
has
deflect
to,
light,
yeah.
like deflect laser
Yeah.
laser beams. I don't know what the fuck they call them.
Yeah.
Energy
There's just
bolts,
some
whatever.
primal monkey brain activation with throwing
Exactly.
someone's fire back at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nice. Greg, what have you been playing?
Well, there's Elden Ring for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. When I don't play Elden Ring, I just end up playing like racing games late at night, like Wreckfest and Project Cars. Just
Nice.
like something I can turn my brain off and like play that while I'm watching the hockey game or something.
hmm
And also, Vermintide 2 is my brand new addiction that I will be playing so much of.
Yeah, Vermin.
Dude,
It's great.
You'll have to show me the ways, Greg. We'll probably do that on stream at some point.
Yeah, it's not very hard to pick up. It is.
It's just Left 4
Basically,
Dead, right?
It's Left
Pretty
4
much.
Dead
With extras.
cross. Yeah, I would say it's like Left 4 Dead cross like a little bit of Destiny too, but also
okay.
like chivalry aspects because it's melee combat mostly.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I played it a fair amount, like with my friends, but it's been a long time since I played it. I'd be totally down to play it as a group.
The
It's a
quick play is
4-player
pretty
game,
good
right?
too. Yeah, it's
Mm,
real easy to just like drop in with randoms, and
mm,
most of the time you don't really need that much cooperation.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, just kill the thing.
Yeah, just kill as much as you can.
Um,
It's like going
Sweet.
to school in America.
Ayo, this is now a political commentary
It's
podcast. Anything else you've been playing? What hockey games you've been watching? Who do
just
you
the
root
Flames
for?
games. Oh, hold on. Here we go.
For the audio listeners, he's turning around his hat to face
Yeah.
forward.
Flames hat.
Now again, it's just go Flames, go baby. Let's go.
Nice.
This is
Yeah.
our year.
Yes.
they've
such a
been
big-
playing well, and
Yeah.
like as a Flames fan my entire life, never have I ever been able to look at the team and be like, "Wow, this is a good team."
Yeah. Nice.
So it's
I
a
haven't
fun
wa-
time.
I haven't watched hockey at all this season. How are the Bruins doing? Does anyone know?
They're like all right. I'd say the
Swayman.
Bruins are basically like middle of the pack in the Eastern Conference right now because they have like Florida as the best team in the league, and they also have Carolina, and they have Tampa Bay, the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Right. Yeah.
So they've got a lot of competition in the East.
Hmm.
But dude, they got Swayman.
They have Swayman.
That's all they
They
need.
have University of Maine alumni Jeremy Swayman.
Yeah.
This is now a hockey podcast.
Dude,
Um,
if you want me to start hosting a separate hockey podcast, I will. I have opinions on everything.
That doesn't sound like a hockey fan at all. So what have I been playing? Let's talk about me, guys. I've just been playing an assload of Elden Ring since the last episode. I can talk a little bit at length about my experience with it, a little bit longer than Casper to fill the time. But I'm running a Dex int build for most of the game, or I was running a Dex int build for most of the game, and that was really fun. I was like a magic samurai, breaks the game.
That's
But then I
cool.
got a big old magic sword that required a bunch of strength, so I went like pure int build, and like I'm just doing all sorcery stuff because in Dark Souls I've never done sorcery because sorcery was kind of mid. It's so good in this. like way too good. And then also Faith seems way better than it's ever been in this. Like all the really cool dragon spells are like Faith
I think
incantations.
I think magic was strong in the other Souls games, but it was harder to get into. It like required a lot more work to make it strong.
Sure. I believe that.
Did either of you guys ever? Oh, sorry.
No.
Did you guys ever invade people?
I mean, I did in Dark Souls, but in this one, like
it's like
you're
more
always
out of the way, yeah.
Yeah, and you're always at a disadvantage because you can only invade people that have a.
I use the tongue,
with
man.
them.
I use the tongue
invade
whenever
people.
I want, like when I'm just feeling it.
Invading people was not a great time. Sometimes it worked really well. Like I invaded in the very beginning area, and there was 3 people. And I just jumped off a cliff, and I had the big club, and I just slammed on the host, and that was it. Like, it just ended him, and then I won. And I was like, great. And then I invaded into the school place, whatever it's called.
Rhea Lucaria.
Yeah, that place.
The academy.
People there are insane. Like I couldn't even get close to them. They just had like all magic stuff, and there was like comets coming out of the sky. Like there was nothing I could do, and I just died because all 3 of them were like that.
Did you guys beat Radon pre-patch?
No, I didn't even. I still haven't. I stopped playing before I got to him. I just like went so far in the other direction. I was like, I should go back and look for Radon.
I don't know what changed about him.
He's way easier.
Oh, well,
like because he was really, really hard.
I don't know if I beat him pre-patch, but I know that I didn't have an easy time.
I think you did. You did beat him pre-patch.
The one
patch
time
was like a week or 2 ago. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. The one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I beat him earlier than that, but the first time I was so close to beating him, he does that thing where he goes up into the sky
and disappears. Yeah.
He just disappeared.
Yeah. He did come back.
He did come back down. Was that a common glitch or?
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that.
I was
happening.
in a Discord call when that happened to you, I think.
Yeah, I was so mad. I had a guy who I summoned someone to help me with that fight, and we're both just running around looking for him. I didn't know that he came down as a comet or whatever, so I'm completely clueless. He just disappeared. The NPC summoners, they're like fighting something, so I thought maybe he turned invisible, but they're literally not fighting anything, and I'm just running around. Eventually the NPC guy just looks at me and then does the finger sever, and then I'm like clueless. I'm looking it up. That's like, what's going wrong? So I had to restart the whole match. But,
damn, that sucks.
It was a lot cooler when it happened, but I was just at that point.
It was an odyssey, honestly.
I managed not to. Glitches.
Yeah, I was gonna say I managed not to encounter like any glitches on the PS5, but you played on the PC, I presume.
Yeah, and that was not a fun time.
Yeah, PC's having a rough.
I have been handling it just fine.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that the speedrunning community has discovered how to like fly in that game, like anywhere?
Yeah, I saw that one time.
What's the record now? It's like under 20.
Yeah, the record's like really
That's
low.
nuts.
Yeah, but it's a really great game. If you're listening to this podcast and you're the only person who hasn't played it, I'm looking at you, Kody. You play this game.
I've
get the PS5.
I've managed to. When it first dropped, I was like, I was getting caught in the hype, and I'm like, whoa, am I about to buy it? But I managed to stave it off,
Yeah. Just bury those emotions deep down, bottle them up.
I'm curious how it would play on the Steam Deck, because that was like my big plan was to.
I heard that it plays better on the Steam Deck because I guess Valve did something to fix the stuttering.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Yeah.
But...
Do you have a Steam Deck yet, Kody, or are you still on the wait list?
I got bumped to Q3, but
that sucks.
still, I was on Q2
Loser.
and they bumped me.
Yeah, get bumped.
Wait, do you have one of them?
No, but I don't want one. I think Elden Ring.
I think Elden Ring. I actually liked, the exploring a lot more than just.
I actually
think the boss battles were worse than the exploring part.
There's good boss battles and there's bad boss battles, but there's also so many of them. And it's just kind of like
it's a huge
it's like
game.
a game that if you just walk around and you just like looking at pretty shit, you could just do that. There's so many awesome views in that game.
I will say, as you approach the back half of the game, I feel like the quality of the exploration kind of goes down, or like there's just like Limgrave and Liurnia, the lake region. They're like so densely packed with that good like enemies and like stuff to discover, and then near the back half, the open areas are like kind of pretty empty. I feel like I think they put a lot of their effort in designing the open worlds like up front.
Right.
Yeah.
But still really
But
good.
also they keep adding shit, so who knows? Like they fucking released an update like 2 weeks after the game came out, and they're like, we added new NPCs. Like what?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think those NPCs were in like the network test, and like people thought maybe that they like broke them. Like when they released the game, they like released a version where the NPC quest lines were busted. But so they just fixed it. But yeah, that was pretty exciting to go and find, like, because you can do one of the NPC's quest lines and then it just kind of drops dead, like it doesn't go anywhere. And then when the the patch came out, it was just like, oh, this person finally has an end to their story. It's pretty nice.
Right.
All right, folks.
Oh,
no. No. One more Elden Ring.
Yeah, no, this is an Elden
also...
Ring episode now.
Yeah. They added like NPC markers, which I really liked a lot on the map.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that was a smart quality of life improvement. I had like all the, like, 'cause you can place your own markers down, so I just had a bunch of those like on top. But it was funny. I was like, people were saying early on, like, you should keep a notebook about the stuff in this game, but I found it to be pretty easy to like keep track of where I'd been and where I hadn't been. What was your experience like with that, Casper?
I kind of went through it like systematically. Like I just did an entire area and then went to the next
all the way
area.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I did too. So I guess maybe if you're like trying to rush through and then you want to come back, it could be harder. But
yeah, I could see that.
I just get distracted easily, so I go everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the game this week. If you read the description of this video or the title of this episode on Spotify or whatever podcasting service that you're listening to this on, we're going to talk about Superliminal. And I usually have the Wikipedia page up so I can drop the fast facts. Here I go. Hey, Kody, fill the dead air. Come on.
Gabagoo.
All right,
Yeah, that's
Superliminal is a
meatball.
2000. Superliminal is a 2019 surreal puzzle video game released by Pillow Castle Games. It's on Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Linux, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So, guys, it's a puzzle game. I don't know. I don't know if I said that. I think I did say that. I was just reading shit. I was not really like, comprehending what I was reading. Kody, how much did you beat the game?
Yes, I did beat it. Nice, and it's short and sweet, so I think a lot of people will be able to breeze through it. It's not super challenging, so yeah, I think probably about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, looks like it took me 3 hours.
Gotcha.
What,
yeah, so
what about you guys?
Yeah, I think I beat it
I beat it
less than 3 hours the first time I played it.
Yeah, at least a few
Nice.
hours for me.
Yeah.
I like short games, especially short puzzle games.
Yeah. It was a breath of fresh air after playing 90 hours of Elden Ring to do a game in 2.5 hours. That was nice. So yeah, I mean, we usually, I don't know, how do you guys want to do this? How you want to do this, folks? Do we want to talk about? Let's talk about the art direction. No, let's talk about the story. Let's talk about the story
I think
first.
very
I think that makes
interesting
the most
message,
sense.
honestly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
spoiler. I don't know if I've been doing this in the last couple episodes, but yeah, obviously spoiler heavy podcast. So if you haven't played this game and you want to, stop listening. Stop right now. Stop
Skip
it.
to the end, though.
Yeah, skip to the end so you can know what we're playing next week or next month. Formerly bi-weekly, now monthly podcast. So yeah, it's like a game about dreams, right?
Yeah.
All about
Cody, why don't you give us-
perspective.
Yeah.
What's the setup, right? It's like you're a
Would you
client
like me
at
to
this,
read the
it's
setup?
like
I have
Yeah.
it right here.
I guess so.
As you fall asleep with the TV on at 3 a.m., you remember catching a glimpse of the commercial from Dr. Pierce's Somnosculpt Dream Therapy program. By the time you open your eyes, you're already dreaming, beginning the first stages of this experimental program. Welcome to Superliminal.
Where'd you get
Beautiful.
that from?
The Epic Store.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, nice. I got excited. I thought you wrote
No.
that. I was like, God damn,
No.
dude. He's got a way with words, bro.
I guess I missed something because I thought you actually like went to the dream place, not that it was all a dream. Anyways,
Well, I don't know.
like I thought
It
you
opens
were-
with the TV on and it plays the commercial for the dream place, and then you're
Yeah.
like,
The
dreaming
entire
after
time you're
that.
controlling anything, you're dreaming.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I like the way it introduces the doctor through the tape recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tape recorders. Yeah.
How he always says his name at the beginning
Hello,
of every tape
My name
recording.
is
Hi,
Dr.
this
Pierce.
Oh, okay, he does it every time, and I still don't remember his name.
Glenn Pierce,
Yeah.
bro.
My name
Glenn
is Dr.
Pierce.
Glenn Pierce. You're.
Yeah.
I love his Scottish accent.
The I think the game like borrows pretty heavily. Like, I know we don't have a movie podcast anymore, but we should have done an episode on Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because it's like it's literally like the same story arc, kind of. Well, minus the romantic stuff, but it's like the getting lost in your own dreams and like going deeper,
Right.
deeper until it gets all fucking weird. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, this game's very much just about like the nature of dreaming and like what it's good for, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah,
like-
and then I guess like its concluding message is like
All it takes is a
being
different
able to see
perspective.
problems.
right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like exactly.
Right, and Dr. Pierce at one point right at the end says like, I had a dream that like recontextualized how I thought about
Yeah.
things, which is like, I don't know, you guys ever had like a really profound dream where you like woke up feeling just like changed?
My dreams are like
I
horrific.
don't remember my dreams.
I don't have good dreams.
Follow your dreams unless you're Casper.
Yeah.
Don't follow those dreams.
We should do another
feel like-
podcast about Casper's dream journal. I would
That
definitely
would be a
there
cool
for that.
podcast.
I feel like I haven't been able to remember my dreams for like years.
You
Isn't that
could-
just sad?
It takes
is sad.
practice to like really be able
Yeah.
to remember them often, though.
Yeah.
Right.
What about
Yeah.
nightmares? Do you remember nightmares? I usually remember nightmares really easily.
Yeah.
Casper's
Maybe,
like,
like, nothing goes
yeah,
on with
nightmares.
It's weird because like
Yeah.
sometimes I
Now
remember
I'm
dreams
thinking,
that I
like-
had like years ago, but I couldn't tell
Totally.
you what the hell I dreamt about
Right.
last night.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm. Yeah. Dreams are weird, and they provide a very easy like framework to work a video game into, right? Because like,
Yeah, because anything can
literally,
happen in
it's
a dream.
fucking dream.
Yeah.
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 I saw that this game was featured on a Ludo narrative sale on Steam at one point. And so if you
Okay.
don't know, if your listeners don't know, Ludo narrative means like Ludo is Latin, right, guys, or Greek? I don't know. For like play, and then narrative
Probably
obviously means narrative. So it's like when the play and the narrative work together.
Right.
Like there are parts the whole game just makes sense in the context of a dream, and there's nothing about it that is like, oh, you let it pass because it's just a video game or whatever. Like it's all
Right.
able
right.
to be contextualized as a dream, so it's very like Ludo narratively concise and connected. What did you guys think about the opening section? Like as you were playing through it, like when you get
The
introduced to
orientation?
to the shrinking mechanic, what did you guys? What were you thinking?
so
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
a very,
Mind was
very
blown.
unique
So-
mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when it first happens and you do I forget like the first thing you grab. I
Yeah,
guess
it's just
probably
like a
a
block.
right?
Chess.
And you-
It's a
you-
chess
or a
piece.
dice or whatever.
Pawn, isn't it?
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Is
chess
it-
piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're on a table
Yeah,
and
so,
it's
like,
just like pick these up.
Right. And then you everything you pick up and drop has like such a satisfying like
Yeah.
noise when it hits the ground.
Yeah.
Um, so like when you first do it and you start like catching on to it, yeah, I thought it was really cool. The great opening. I guess like we didn't explain it as well, but there's like a narrator like narrating.
Yeah,
like,
there's
an
like a
out-of-body,
robotic.
voice.
It's its version of GLaDOS. like
Yeah, it
Yeah.
That's what I was
literally
gonna
is.
say.
Yeah.
It's hard to get past the.
But I
comparisons
chose to
that
see
Portal
it as
put out.
like a spiritual successor, like
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
because
for
it.
sure. It's definitely
Yeah,
inspired.
and there's
definitely
nothing wrong with
inspired by
taking
it.
inspiration from Portal. It's a great game, but it's definitely different
Yeah,
enough.
fucking everyone loves Portal. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, that was cool.
yeah,
The opening orientation bit where you first get.
I also
introduced.
really like its sense
I like
of humor.
Yes,
Mm.
that's true. The writing is pretty smart from
Yeah.
Dr. Pierce and the robotic voice. I don't know if the robotic voice has
I
a
don't remember.
name.
it doesn't.
I guess it's
It doesn't
not.
get a name. It's just
It
like
tells
the
it tells
automated
you what
assistant.
system it is, but
Yeah.
which I guess
Yeah.
is its name.
Right.
It's hard to.
What'd you think of the beginning part, Casper?
I feel like it's hard to describe the actual mechanics of the game without seeing them because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the piece gets bigger when you look at it in a funny way. Like, how do you
Yeah.
like
Well,
visualize?
like
that?
it only changes size when you're actually like holding it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's true. Well,
essentially,
Right.
There's
It's
so
like
much-
imagine if you could look at the moon and pinch it and bring it towards yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's that big.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
I mean, that's the
exactly.
thing. It's all
I think shortly-
perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think shortly after that mechanic, there's like another perspective mechanic where you have to
Add
look.
it.
It kind of looks like puzzle pieces. Yeah, and you have to look a certain
Dude.
way, and then it
Dude.
forms the
And
object.
there's
I wish
also
there was
times
more of that.
there's also
Yeah.
times
I
where
love
like
that.
the object itself will stay in the same place, but whenever you try and grab it, another one will come out of it, and it will be whatever size it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
on your screen.
Yeah, so like the
Yeah.
central like thread is like perspective, and it plays on perspective for sure.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, it was weird when they introduced the like basically the textures that are painted onto walls, like you guys were saying, and you look at it a certain way, and it like pops into existence.
It's so crazy to think
Which is
about.
also really hard to. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it to somebody.
Well, so in traditionally in video games, like they might have like a side quest where you have to line up, like you have to see where the picture is taken or whatever. Like I think Spider-Man, Miles
Right.
Morales did that and stuff like that. So in a way, it's kind of like that. But yeah, you're bringing that object to life after you line it up, and it's so seamless. Like it doesn't even.
Yeah. I was gonna
That's
say
the
though,
thing
I
about
found it.
everything is so seamless.
I found it jarring because you encounter painted on objects that are just fucking with your perception
Yes.
a couple times leading up to that, and then I didn't
Yeah.
realize that that it meant anything, and I was like not sure what to do for a minute.
Right.
You know, like they should have. I feel like they shouldn't have overloaded the perspective
Oh, I see.
textures because like sometimes it means something and sometimes it does not.
It's a dream.
And
That is true.
that's a little
Some things
confusing.
might lead you astray.
Yeah.
and you're only able to interact with the things that it lets you interact
Yeah.
with. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, since we're on the puzzles, and so the narrative, like we said, the thread of it all is perception. Do you guys have a favorite puzzle room or a moment in the game that was like really really cool as far as puzzle solving? I can go first while you guys are thinking. I thought it was really fucking cool when there was one of those alignment puzzles where you were like looking to see where, to line up the texture and then an object pops into existence. And I was like, it was a cube. And I was like, oh, it's a cube just like the other cubes that I've made into existence. Like, who cares? And then I tried to drop it and I was like, oh, it's not the right height. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I spun it around and the cube had a staircase on the other
Yeah.
side of the
Yeah.
cube. That was fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I was really psyched on that. Like that was
Oh,
like
that's
two
cool.
I think-
layers of the shifting perceptions.
Those ones are great. My favorite one is definitely the one where you like walk in, you're like, right, I just got to get to this exit, and there's no like the exit is
Yeah.
just a hole in the wall, like plywood hole in the wall, and you're like, what the hell am I looking for? And eventually you look up through the skylight and you realize, like you said earlier, that you're supposed to grab the moon and bring it down, and all of the stuff you need is
Yep.
on the moon. Did
Mhm.
you guys ever try and get up through the skylight there?
I didn't.
I tried, but I gave up. I gave up. 'Cause, like I had the big cheese
There's,
wedge, and I tried to stack things on
Yeah,
top.
I
before
recommend
climb
using
up,
the
but-
soda can for that. It's basically just like an extra room, like
Cool.
it's like a studio. It's kind of like weird. You can
Huh,
turn
that's
off the
cool,
lights, and like you
Mhm.
can walk around. There's nothing. I couldn't find anything like extra there, but it's like weird to see like it's like
Yeah,
the
right,
production
it's so
side
cool.
of it.
Right. And that's what's
Okay.
I think unique about the level design is that like all the levels interiors are they can vary, I guess, a fair amount between each level, but they all have like a behind the set thing going on, which is, I don't know,
like it's all like handmade.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous, right? Because it's like it's a dream, anything's
like
possible.
And there's even like a
but
horror
it's a
part
stage. Yeah,
that's
I
true.
wanted to
That
talk.
part was
I wanted to
scary.
talk about that, but let's hear what Casper's favorite puzzle is first.
I like the one where, like, you click on it, and it makes another one, and you keep clicking on it.
Yeah.
You know, it probably wasn't my favorite one, but I thought it was unique from all the other ones. It was just kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's really weird.
You know, it's kind of, so I'm trying to think, right? Like, so I think to answer Evan's question, my favorite was like anything that messed with light. I thought the use of light and shadows were really cool.
Yeah.
Those stuck out to me. But like Casper's saying, like they didn't have a mechanic that overstayed its welcome, I guess. Like you just got enough of it to understand how it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, they didn't really tie anything back. Like later in the game, like traditionally, like a puzzle game will bring all of its elements together, and it's like
The ultimate
we
puzzle.
gave you the tools.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we gave you the tools for all these different, and then use them to solve like the super hard puzzle. But yeah, I feel like this one didn't really
I agree.
call back to anything.
Yeah, I mean they
Previously,
all mostly derive from that initial mechanic about shrinking and growing things based on perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
That is the one mechanic that really connects all the others. But I agree. I don't know. I wonder if that's why the game leaves such a pleasant taste in my mouth, because it was overall pretty easy and entertaining. And like I don't know if there was like if it had tried to mix in too many puzzle elements. Like I didn't like The Witness. That's a hot take, I think. But I didn't like The Witness.
Right. There's too many puzzles almost. Right. Like
especially when you have done a bunch of them and then they start mixing them. It's just like, fuck.
I haven't played The Witness yet. It's on my list of games to play, but if a puzzle game's like 20 hours, I feel like that's just too long.
Yeah, The Witness isn't like well, I don't know. The Witness is. I'm gonna look.
I don't know how long it is, but I just know
it's like decently.
This was like the
long,
perfect. Like if it's more than 4 hours, I feel like it's too long. You know?
Yeah.
You should just be able to like sit down on a weekend and just go through it.
Exactly. According to howlongtobeat.com, the main story of The Witness is 17 hours, which is
that's
a fucking
Jonathan Blow.
Jonathan
right?
Blows more like.
That's too.
I think Portal 2 is pretty long too, and I like Portal 2 a lot, but it does at the end kind of.
It's overstays its welcome, for sure.
Yeah.
And at least Portal 2 has like a story to kind of like break up the puzzles and stuff. Like The Witness, I know you haven't played it, and I don't think this is a spoiler. Like there's a lot of like narrative, not narrative. What's the word I'm looking for? Like environmental storytelling, but not. There's no
Cave Johnson
storytelling, so it's a lot of just hanging out. Yeah, exactly. Every puzzle game needs a Cave
Johnson or a Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Yeah.
You need something to a thread to follow through the.
And Superliminal definitely does have one of those.
Have like free roam.
For sure. Yeah. So, what'd you guys think of the like the final sequence as far as like the story and mechanics go?
I thought
was it
so I guess like the part that you might be Evan, when you do a paradox and then like everything after that,
everything after that,
the final part of the game, it's like super dreamy, everything's like stark white. That's like it's really hard to describe.
That's just like something you need to like play to like experience, because that's just what it was. It wasn't like a game at that point. It was just an experience.
Yeah, because like the music gets like super.
But
I guess
the music is excellent in this game. Like,
it's
really solid, super solid.
I like I like the end just because I think that the playing with like light and like full light and full dark is like a very fun and interesting mechanic. Like I don't know have you guys ever played the Unfinished Swan?
No.
Nah, I was always on my list.
There's the opening of the game is like that, where like everything is white and you like splash paint on stuff to give it like 3-dimensional texture so you can like see where things are. And so playing with that kind of stuff I just think is like super super cool. So it was nice to have that be the last thing and have it be like the most separated from reality. Like I feel like every level gets a little bit further from base reality in like a very intentional way.
It just like feels like you're slipping deeper and deeper into a dream.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It was really cool. And then sorry, yeah.
I was just gonna say I like how in the engine sequence, I guess it's more like the very end, but like you kind of that one sequence where you go back through all the dreams.
Yeah.
You know, like you do it in reverse.
With the narration.
Yeah, with the narration.
Going.
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I like that they had you you could like stand still and you would still get teleported to each dream.
Right.
Yeah.
But they timed
it wasn't like a
they timed it where you'd be approaching a door if you were walking.
Yeah.
Right at each transition, and the transitions with the music, and it just feels like it feels really good.
Yeah.
This was a good game, so I'm just gonna say that right now. I think this was a good game.
Yeah,
I don't
love
know
this
this
game.
game.
Including the part
I really
that
don't have
scares
anything.
me.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the horror part like actually kind of
it was
a little
creepy.
freaky.
So this game.
Did you guys?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go. No, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say real quick. So did you guys in the horror part when it's like, you're following like the trail of like red paint or whatever. It turns out to be red paint.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys like turn around because there's like a chess piece following you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I ever
didn't
noticed that.
There's like the part where
It's,
like
scary.
the quote unquote blood is like leading into a door, and I did try and like go up and like look into the door, and if you get super close, it just
and it
slams
just
in
closes.
your face, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah, that was cool. That was like a very self-referential part of the game. I feel like it was like playing on just dumb horror stuff like that. Like blood.
Yeah.
Or I got the self-referential is not the word, but like self-aware, I guess. Like,
but I mean, like it was also like still like
no,
somewhat important story-wise, anyways. Like if you go too far, the dreams can get awful.
Get kind of weird. Yeah, for sure.
Right, like with all the dreams that like threading together, and then like your last dream you have is like totally makes no sense at all.
Yeah, disjointed.
Yeah,
messed up.
Right.
I really like the horror section for a lot of reasons, but I laughed a bunch during it because of how they were trying to make it scary, like, and it was just kind of goofy. Like, there's a part where you have to cross over a pit and you can't really see the path. There's like a plank, bunch of like bridge thing,
and you have to use the background light.
Right? To see the planks. Yep. And if you go the wrong way, right before you step off the edge to your death, it just says no, like in the planks, like the planks say no. Like turn around, you went the wrong way. And then also that part where you're coming up to a door and there's a ton of cases of diet soda and it just says die, 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 die.
Yeah. Like
or the murder beans thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There's a sign that's like Monday murder, Tuesday murder, Wednesday murder, up to like Sunday, and it's like
you gotta have that beans.
I like that one.
Which yeah, exactly.
That's like the funny part, yeah, because Evan, you see like diets, like parts of the game, you see like the same objects, right? They just keep appearing again and again. Yeah, the diet soda was like a theme, I guess a theme. I don't know if that's the right word, but it carried the
diet soda comes up a lot in the game.
Yeah.
Did you guys turn around after the horror when you finish the horror level? If you turn around, you can see the chess piece behind you, and like a slide whistle sound plays. Did anyone go back all the way through the level and follow the chess piece?
No.
I did like up to a point, but I'm like, oh, this is probably not what you're supposed to do. So I didn't like follow through with it. You know what I mean? But
it's fucking awesome.
What happened?
So
I never got to that.
So you go backwards, you follow it, and then it goes up to the pit, and all the lights are on now, so you can see all the rooms you were in like fully lit, and you realize, oh, this place ain't so scary after all. And you get to the pit, and the piece falls into the pit, and you jump into the pit. That would usually just make you respawn in that room, but you're able to hit the bottom of the pit. And there's it does a PT reference there.
Whoa.
So it does the bag with like the fetus in it that talks to you in PT, or I don't know if there's a fetus in it, but there's like a bunch of meat in it probably. So I don't know if you guys have played PT.
No.
But there's a bloody paper bag that talks to you. And they're like making fun of that. Like you can look in the top of the bag and see that there's a chess piece inside. And it's
Oh, there you
and
go,
it's
yeah.
not speaking like English. It's just kind of just like making like vaguely human noises. And then if you keep going, so that's Silent Hill reference number 1. Dude, they put in the dog ending to Silent Hill 2. So
Oh, really?
very famous ending to Silent Hill 2. It's a joke ending where it turns out that a dog was operating the whole, like an alien dog was making all the horrible stuff happen to the main character, and it's just like a joke ending.
Yeah.
It's like a dog operating a giant machine. So you like walk up to a giant machine and there's a chess piece, and it's like working the machine, and then as you approach it, it starts playing the credits, and it's all I assume it's the people that worked on the game's dogs like playing over the credits.
Okay.
And it's like a
Oh.
little send up to the dog ending of Silent Hill 2. It was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Unfortunately, it does actually end the game, and I had
Wow.
to replay the whole level again because I hadn't
Oh,
beaten
yeah.
beaten the level at that point.
Okay.
Like it was a true alt ending. Yeah.
Yeah. But I learned I could speedrun that level pretty quick. Turns out the game's actually pretty quick if you know what
I
you're
believe
doing.
that's how most
Yeah.
puzzle games
Yeah,
work.
they have some mechanics.
Yeah, right. Very true.
This is true. But like it has a speed running counter timer, I think.
Yeah.
There's also
that you turn on
competitive.
settings that I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now,
So,
which we never had
Yeah.
a chance to try out.
so-
but
yeah, true.
Yeah, it looks like the speed run right now is down to like 21 and a half minutes. Which
Huh.
that's not as
Yeah,
I
I
honestly thought it would be faster, I won't lie. Oh,
That
that's
makes sense.
glitchless. Any
Right.
percent is 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, so that makes more sense.
Gotcha.
But did you guys try any of the other modes just while we're on the thread of like the multiplayer and stuff? Like the developer
I
commentary
did
or
not.
anything?
No, I didn't.
I think it's super cool to have a developer commentary. I guess like since I just recently beat the game, like I didn't want to play it again, but that would be something cool to go back to. And
Yeah.
I didn't
know,
end
did anyone
up
else
doing
try
that.
that?
No.
I did the challenge mode, which is like solve the puzzles with a set amount of moves and jumps. Like you can only pick up a certain amount of items and drop them and jump a certain amount of times.
oh, yep.
And it was actually like really cool. And honestly, I think like I obviously like playing the game at my own pace, but it added a little bit extra where like I think I will probably play through it all again in the challenge mode. It's very exciting. Like the first puzzle where you have to like take the cube that's blocking the door and shrink it, jump it, and then jump again, get through the door. Just a little refresher. You have to solve that with no jumps and only picking up one or
Oh.
2 items.
Interesting.
And yeah, so I had to like pick up other stuff in the room and be like, all right, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And like, I know, like, I think the point of the game is that, you know, there are multiple ways to solve the puzzles, but it was cool to try to like think along certain lines and be restricted like that. So I don't know. It's cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool game, guys. It's a really good game.
It seems like they're still
Yeah,
like,
they're,
updating it all the
they're
time.
still working on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So multiplayer just
Yeah.
dropped is what we were
Yeah.
alluding to earlier. Yeah.
There's
Which-
co-op.
That's an insane idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
I
like,
don't know how that's
competitive
gonna work.
multiplayer.
Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and like it's
I
the
think
same
battle.
levels that are already
The competitive
being
one
run.
is
think
Yeah.
so.
levels actually.
Okay.
I have a feeling a lot of people
Yeah.
probably don't play it.
I don't know.
I could
I
be
kind of
wrong.
want to try it.
Yeah.
It does sound fun.
Give it a try, yeah, for sure.
So we already talked a little bit about the music, but obviously the music was awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite sound moment in the game, or just generally pretty
there's-
impressed overall?
There's
with the music
there's a
quality?
couple
Oh, there's
actually.
a perk.
Well, yeah,
Oh, you want to go first?
I do like how
Yeah.
it plays around with sound sometimes. There's one instance where you're like walking around a corner, you're in the hallway, and you're like, oh look, another radio for Dr. Glenn Pierce to talk to me. But you try and click the radio, and instead you grab it, and when you change the size of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the pitch of the music in
yeah.
the background changes too.
Yeah.
So then you
that
make it
was cool.
small, it gets
Yeah.
really, really high, and then if you make it huge, you get this really like deep like music. Yeah.
Bassy. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and there's another instance where you are kind of like just about to leave the stage, and there's an alarm clock, and if you click the alarm clock, it'll just start going through like 1 through 8, and each one is a different track, and it's a different style of the same song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't notice.
It's pretty
that's cool.
interesting. I like how they play with sound along with everything else. No senses. Well, I guess they don't play with taste, but few are brave enough to do so.
Yeah, very true. I think it was a really wise decision to have the sound be like the music be tied to when you're in those like staged areas versus in the backstage areas. Like the first time I stepped out of the staged area and it just went silent, I was like, oh shit, like it
was kind of jarring.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like imagine if the game didn't do that, if the music just played the whole time. I think it would miss.
It wouldn't
a little
really
bit of
feel
that,
like you were behind the scenes.
Interplay between on and off stage. Yeah.
Right.
So cool. What about you, Casper? What were you gonna say?
No, Greg actually pretty much said everything. I pretty much agree with him. The music's just great in that game. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in the music itself that really stands out.
It fits
but, like,
perfectly.
I know it helped.
It does its job to the letter. Like it's not like super memorable. It doesn't stick in your head, but it kind of gets into your head in the same way that a dream does. And when you're listening to the music, you're like, I really like this. But then when the music stops, you're like, I couldn't hum a single fucking bar of that.
And you know what's like that? It's fucking like lobby music, and like a lot of it reminded me of lobby music.
That's a good way.
Yeah, like elevator. Jingle.
What about you, Kody?
So to on that point, Evan, when you first step out of like the sound stage and music cuts, I think like I was on like a ramp or like a man-made ramp, right? So I was going back and forth, and it's like there is a very noticeable cutoff point where you step here, there is music, you step out, there's nothing.
Yeah.
So I just did that like back and forth. I was like, wow, that's actually, and I think it carries on, like it doesn't start from where you get back into that point. It's always been going. So if you're outside of the stage and then go back, it'll like jump forward.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like it's always playing.
Right. Yeah, doesn't pause the musik is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Sets the volume to 0. Yeah. It was. It's very cool. And you guys did say that the music wasn't too memorable, but one thing I thought was cool specifically with the actual music itself is when you're in like I want to say the second to last level, it kind of plays that like lobby music, but with like kind of techno-y, kind of like a little more up-tempo drums. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm escaping from the dream, bro. Like, I thought that was really cool. I don't know.
When the music's like kind of a theme of what's going on in your own head as you're playing the game. So it's pretty cool. And then the ending we already talked about, but it gets all airy and
ethereal.
You're just, like, going through these stark white levels, and everything's you're very small, and you just see like the white void. Like Squidward.
Yeah.
You're facing the depths of your own subconscious.
Right.
So the game, what do you guys think of how the game like looked as far as art direction and graphics and stuff?
I liked how it looked a little bit like Stanley Parable.
I was thinking the same thing.
True.
That it had like a very like and not even in a bad way, but like default asset look to a lot of it. You know,
like it's super clean. It's super cleaned up. But it's just very like, and you see all the assets like over and over in the game. And the game kind of plays with that idea. But it's like a super. Everything's kind of like a little shiny.
It's like a game. Everything looks familiar.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It really does do an A10 job of making you feel like you're in a dream.
Especially like I think it like the first thing that happens in the game, right, is you like wake up in the dream and you're looking at like WASD to move like scrawled on a wall. And you turn around and you sign a release form, and when you turn back, there's a door where that was. Like they do a good job of kicking it off pretty quick and like making you realize like that the logic anything can happen.
In that way it's very similar to like some moments I felt in like Control.
For sure. Control does that too. You gotta play it.
Dude,
Good game.
Control.
You gotta listen to that.
Dude, I didn't want it to be spoiled.
That's a good one. True.
Did you guys have any puzzles? Kody just made me think of this, so I have one. But do you guys have any puzzles that you felt like that you got stuck on at all, or were they all totally a breeze?
No, I got stuck on the end puzzle where you have to shove the building through the door.
Yeah, I got stuck in that one too. I had to look up, like, I saw that the whiteboard said, like, paradox, like, don't do it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I don't know why.
I
It
just
just
kept-
didn't click in my
I
head.
just kept, like, recursively going through.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I probably did it, like, 5 times, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
what's going on? But, along the same lines of, when we're talking about sounds and stuff like that, I don't remember if it did this, like, the entire game, but I definitely noticed it near the end of the game. Whenever you do something correctly, like you're solving like a little bit of the puzzle, you hear like a chime or like a ding.
Yeah,
So I don't know
I
if you guys
eventually
noticed
noticed
that as
that in the puzzle I got stuck on. So I got stuck on the puzzle
right.
where you go up to, it's a hallway, and it's got a door. It's got like
I think I know this one
forking
exactly.
hallway that goes left and right.
I got stuck on it the first time I went through.
And it's got an exit sign. Yeah, you got an exit sign, and you need to. So, what I didn't get was the solution is you need to look, in the wrong direction first. In the first direction you look will always be a dead end, and then when you turn to look the other way, it'll be a door, and you need to match it against the exit sign, which has an arrow, 5 times.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't get the pattern. Like sometimes it's the left, sometimes it's the right. Like it took me so long to figure that out. That was the only one I got like really stuck on.
Yeah.
I feel like in that one I accidentally solved it. Actually.
You did it 5 times in a row
Like,
by
I don't
accident.
think I noticed the. Yeah, just like I didn't have to look it up, and I just maybe if you mess up, do you just keep going through the loop?
Yeah, it'll send you back to 1. So it says like it's like a number and then an arrow, and if you get it right, the number will go up, and you'll just keep doing the loop 5 times if you get it right all 5 times.
Okay, interesting. So I solved it somehow without even realizing that you had to look like left or
What
left.
happened is you saw an exit sign and you instinctively looked the wrong direction each time to explore.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
like,
that must be it.
The way I played, so this might be an interesting question to ask you guys. Like when I played, every time I saw like a fire alarm, I'd pull it.
Yeah.
Every time I saw a fire extinguisher,
Yes.
I would click it 3 times till the fizz comes out. And then like whenever I saw a vending machine,
Get all
I
them
always
sodas.
Yes, I always did random soda.
Oh.
And it would break the machine like if you did it too many times. I don't know if
It
it
doesn't
does
matter
for all
which
of
type
them.
of soda. Yeah, it will only
Okay.
spit out a certain amount of sodas.
Yeah, so I guess like the way I accidentally might have solved the puzzle is like I look around every corner, like I'm always looking for, a fire alarm to pull or something.
Yeah.
Like I kind of just got in that rhythm.
Mhm.
So I guess I would check like that side of the hallway for a fire alarm, and then that's not it, so I just keep going.
I mean, that's cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then during the I got stuck for a little bit on the paradox one, but I didn't have to look it up. I did figure it out. But did you guys try shrinking yourself down to the size of the initial diorama and like going and standing in the parking lot of the diorama?
And you're wicked small.
Yeah.
Okay, next to the door where you have to throw the thing through it, there's another door, and there's like a little crack with a light at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't notice that.
I thought you had to go through that, so I'm just shrinking myself down to be smaller than like the crack.
Oh, you
of the
can shrink
door.
yourself down to like nothing and like kind of break the game. Like the game doesn't know what to do when you get to a certain size.
Yeah.
Like you glitch through the floor and stuff.
It's weird. So Casper, in that moment, because you were so small and everything was so big, like the movement
It takes
speed just
forever.
felt
So slow.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna explore this room being this small. Like, there's no way, because it'd take me like an hour.
But if you explored the
Well, yeah.
diorama that you actually pick up the door from, the smaller door,
Okay, yeah.
and you go it's like so that's a diorama of like the strip mall that the sleep
Yeah.
science thing is in, and there's like a Latin bistro next door or something, and when you go down it's playing like salsa music, dude, like
Oh, nice. Yeah,
which
yeah.
was just a nice little like thing.
That's a cool touch.
Yeah. I like there's like a lot of I felt like there were a lot of secrets in this game. I
it
feel
is
like I
definitely
only
a very
scratched the surface on my first
replayable game.
playthrough, or as far as just cute discoveries. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys find any of the?
Greg, when you mentioned the skylight, right? Like.
Yeah, I didn't realize I could
that's
do that.
something
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go try that
up
for
above
sure.
it,
Wait, what was
you
the
know, if you
skyline?
stack stuff right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Where you grab the moon from? Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys find any of the blue chess pieces?
I think I found like one secret.
I don't think I found one.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I think there's, based on the level select screen, I think there is one blue chess piece per level. I don't know if they're all blue, actually, I guess. The one I found was blue, but there's like a secret chess piece that is in each level. And I don't know what you get for finding them all, but I kind of want to go try to find them all.
Right.
It's like another reason to go and replay the game.
Yeah, because like I noticed that like I got a bunch of okay, so this is a pretty fun achievement. Like that popped when I was playing it through Epic. When you get to that point, I think Casper mentioned earlier where you're duplicating it and it's getting smaller and smaller every time.
Yeah.
If you like keep clicking the I think it's a domino, or it's probably a door. It's a door. But it kind of is lined up as if it would be a domino.
Yeah.
If you make it so small, you get an achievement. For, like, dude, stop making it that small. You're gonna like break the game.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, because I just kept clicking and I was like, how small can it go? And it was tiny.
Yeah.
There's also a secret achievement called actually I'll just tell you guys really quick because I was just looking at it. The achievement is called.
Yeah, I wish I could look at my achievements on Epic,
God,
but
how do I look
Epic
at
achievements
fucking
are apparently broken.
Oh, there we go. It's called. Oh, rip.
Yeah.
There's one called Vaguely Activated Achievement. Congratulations on doing something. And it's just like a picture of a smiley face. And did you guys ever know, did this happen to you guys? At one point I was just playing and for like a minute, my reticle was a smiley face instead of the dot.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then but then you have that second where you have to look through a shadow
right?
and then
Like,
it's
it had
not
me
a
second
smiley
thinking.
face anymore. And you turn around and you're like, what the fuck? And you go back and you're like, can I do that again? And you can't.
That was weird. You can't, you can't return to.
That's what the message
happiness
is.
fleeting, guys.
Return to smiley.
And then later in the game, there was like I saw that same smiley face again, like near the end on this, like on a die. So I wonder if there's some way to like overlap them and unlock that achievement because the achievement's icon is that smiley face. So now that's
probably what it is.
I gotta get back in there and try to do it, guys. But yeah, trying to think. What have we not talked about? The story we talked about, the music, graphics, mechanics. I don't know.
I think we pretty much talked about everything.
Yeah, I pretty much talked about everything. This feels like a short episode. I mean, I know
30
it's
minutes
almost
of
an
that
hour
was
now,
Elden Ring.
but
A
it
short
still
game.
feels short. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, obviously, the game is like super funny, so I want to know what was like a gag that you guys like enjoyed. Do you have any memorable gags? Because I wrote down like every fucking gag.
Dude, maybe okay. So I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
So if after Casper and Greg go, maybe you just rattle
my
off
favorite
a bunch of
gag is when the like the guide you through your dream system thing was just like Dr. Pierce has submitted like an increasing amount of spelling errors, and then you go to the radio, it's like hello, like just like completely out of order. Like hello.
Yeah, it's like
what's it called again? The Somnosculpt. Yeah, hello. Somnosculpt Glenn. Somnosculpt Glenn out order.
Yeah, he's just he's talking all out of order. Yeah.
I liked when the robot said like I'm gonna summarize something like she like summarized what Glenn Pierce says in like a demeaning manner.
I thought Casper said samurai, not summarize for a second. I was like, samurai what, dude? That's sick, bro.
I feel like the robot voice, like, it wasn't there, like, all the time.
No, just...
Like, I feel like they only use it in select.
Yeah.
And I guess I was kind of expecting it to be...
reoccurring.
Like, I don't know, maybe like the villain or something, right? Like,
yeah.
I guess
you had some Gladys, like, some preconceived
yeah.
notions for sure. Yeah. I also thought that...
Yeah.
I didn't think it was all gonna turn out in the end to just be like, hey man, dreams are crazy, and that was crazy, and actually it's all intended, and like have fun going back
That
to
was a
real
cool
life.
twist.
Yeah,
They're
it's
all
just like
intended.
basically
Yeah.
like, hey man, no
But,
matter how weird shit gets, maybe just think about it a different way.
Yeah.
You know what's weird to think about is that some people, they might just go through the game. Maybe they just don't even click on any of the radios,
Yeah.
and they just like
They've
they just play Superliminal. You know
Yeah,
what I
you mean you
mean?
don't have to. Or no, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry. When I was replaying that level, I ran past the radio because I didn't care, and it just starts playing if you run past it, so you don't have to click it.
Gotcha,
Yeah, they don't want
okay.
people missing the story, which is smart.
Mm.
So let's see. Blah, blah, blah.
I
The
did
loading
love
bar
that
gags
shit.
are fucking awesome. After the first loading
Yep.
screen, like it's just plays with the
I like
idea of the loading
I like the
screen,
one where
like,
it's
yeah,
like
just they're all
loading and it's like,
different.
oh, it's full, and then it turns into
yeah.
a cube, and it's like, psych, a little bit more, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see. I was just gonna go through it. There's I like
Lay it on.
when you first encounter the doors that you can pick up. It says like push the bar to open the door, and you click it, thinking it's gonna
Yeah.
push the door open, and then you pick it up. Like the whole ass door comes
Yeah.
off the wall. That got me.
Like super strong guy.
Yeah.
man.
God damn.
See,
I have
it's
so
a
many
very noteworthy
fucking
game.
Notes, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you're looking for something, I don't know if this is considered a gag, but there was one moment where you have something picked up, and then you place it down, and it does the reverse of the perspective thing, and it kind of like projects that onto the wall, and now it becomes a shader instead of an object you can hold.
When does
I don't know if
that
you guys-
happen?
It's like pretty near the end of the game, but like you have like a chess piece or whatever, and you're like done with it,
Yeah.
and you just like plop it on the ground, and it just like shoots and becomes a shader.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
Like a
I was
texture.
where'd the
yeah,
chess
yeah,
piece
yeah.
go? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like I walk to the right, and it's just on the wall.
I do
Yeah.
like
I don't know if that counts as a gag, but it's kind of like a reverse of what you are used to happening.
I like
Yeah.
how pretty much the whole like ending sequence was just the reverse of everything. Like you go to put a wedge down or something to go up to the stairs, and as soon as you put it down, the whole floor just crumbles.
Floor breaks. Yeah.
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 The game,
it's like, no,
yeah,
no,
the
no.
the ending sequence does such a good job overall of like subverting your expectations that you've grown,
Yeah.
grown to have. It was really, really cool.
Yeah,
I think I
it's
just
really
wrote,
like
in
a
a short amount
20-minute
of time, like,
span
you've only
where
been
you're
here
just like
in this,
everything is
world for, like,
unraveling.
2 hours in it.
And I do like that. It's a very
Yeah.
climax.
Yeah.
Like it's a climax worthy of being a climax, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one that I have written down, I thought I had written more down. But I liked is when you're stuck in the loop, where you're just waking up, walking out, waking up, walking out, and then you fall over, and then you start falling down, like the whole room like shifts and you fall down a pit. Do you guys remember what
yeah.
I'm talking about?
Mhm.
When you hit the ground, all the stuff that is like on the wall, if you look at where it meets the ground, there's nails, implying that it was nailed
nice.
into the wall to
Yeah,
hold it
yeah.
there.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, when the whole world like shifted 90 degrees, that was like
There's
really
just a lot of cool
Yeah,
moments,
cool
you know.
moment as well.
There's a lot of cool moments. Yeah, no, we're spoiling
your
it. I mean, if
fault.
you've listened this far and you haven't played it, probably will
But
not.
it's honestly like
yeah.
we can talk about it
it's
as
got
much
a
as
lot
we
of cool
want, yeah.
moments.
But you like
You
have
gotta
to
see it.
experience it. You have to see it with your own eyes. So if you're blind, I'm very
Yeah.
sorry.
sure.
for sure.
Just in general, that kind of
Right,
sounds
yeah.
like it sucks. Yeah.
Have an audio description, perhaps. Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to take a quick break then, and then we'll do stamps and other stuff, perhaps?
Okay.
All right, folks. We'll be right back.
Cool.
Yeah, we're back. We're gonna do stamps now. So, Kody, if you remember correctly, since this is now a monthly podcast and not a bi-weekly
Mhm.
podcast, the stamps are a phrase or word or run-on sentence, perhaps, that you use to define the game and you want to put it on the box. So, Kody, what's going on the box?
On the box. It's gonna be
Your
wake up,
family misses you.
you know, because that was like part of the game.
Mhm.
If you saw "wake up" on the box, you'd be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And you'd
If
probably
I
buy it,
saw
right?
"wake up" printed on a box, I might like hop out of the nearest window. Like I would think something was trying to break through to me.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah!
yeah.
All right, I got
Greg.
a tagline. Ready?
Guest Greg.
Superliminal. Abolish your expectations.
All right. Get
Whoa,
abolished,
abolish.
bro. Hell yeah. It's true. I mean, I didn't expect it to get as like to play with. I thought the one mechanic was gonna be the growing shrinking perspective thing for the whole game.
True, because that's what
Yeah.
like I saw in all the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would think like,
Yeah, but no,
oh, it's
it
just
like
Portal, but with
continually
shrinking.
makes an
Yeah.
effort
Yeah.
to
no.
subvert it, and it's like in such clever ways most of the time. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Casper, lay it on us.
It's like Portal, but it's not. But it's really cool still.
Yeah.
But doesn't have portals. But it's really fun and it's really short.
All right. Wow, that's a big stamp. True. It is very much like Portal. If you liked Portal, you would like this game. I think this is true for
sure,
like
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, it's like Portal's cousin.
Yeah, it's Portal's like
That had
cool
sex with
cousin that
Gary's
like
mod.
brings pot to the family dinners and stuff, you know? Like it's like, oh, we're gonna go
this
take a
is
walk.
like Portal, but
Zach
it's your
cousin.
uncle that you do
Yeah.
shootings with at camp.
My right, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's really short.
He's
like
so
like 5'2".
little. Yeah, it's your little
Yeah.
uncle that's always he's like a goblin.
It is
I think
weird.
he might be a full on goblin actually. He's
He
got
always
green
steals
skin
my
too.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's got an uncle goblin.
I
Right.
know.
Just such a universal experience. My stamp is gonna have to be yeah. Damn, you guys stole all the good ones. You guys literally ripped like I was gonna say one of
We all
those
know you were
three.
gonna say what Casper
I
said.
like subversion. Just yeah, like Portal but not Portal, and it's Portal without portals. No, I think just like the word subversion or subvert, like just it does such a good job of like just fucking with how you think it's gonna work, and then it just works a totally different
Yeah.
way. So I thought that was amazing. I know that wasn't very eloquent how I put it.
No, but it is like
fucking
it
makes
is
you
like a
fucking
mind
think,
bending
bro,
kind of
dude.
thing.
What the
it does like
fuck?
get into your head and like deliberately
Yeah,
makes you expect something, and then will just steer the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what's
really cool.
interesting too? Like, remember when we did the Portal 2 episode and we were like, man, what could they even do for like a Portal 3? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like this is like, you know, the through line, right? Like it is like an evolution on those ideas.
You know,
Yeah.
I just saw a video recently about how Portal 2 originally wasn't going to have portals, and it was going to have this system called like an F-stop system. I guess there's not much known about it, but people think it had to do something with cameras and perspective, actually similar to Subliminal.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
That's
it
really
might have
interesting.
actually been like that.
Yeah.
Like it does seem like now that I've played Superliminal, like it does seem like the next step in like, you know, what Portal did. You know what
Yeah. I mean they're literally
Yeah.
parts of Superluminal.
But
what
it kind of
Portal's
felt
doing,
like
insane.
a tongue-in-cheek reference
Yeah.
at that point. It was basically just like, yeah, we know you're all gonna say it, so here you go.
Yeah,
Here's your
yeah,
fucking
For sure.
portals.
Yeah.
yeah, here's
It's
some
just
portals.
like throwing them on the
Yeah.
ground, just like, no, pick them up.
Yeah. I think it might maybe has surpassed Portal 1 as my favorite like short form puzzle game. Like
Yeah.
I really like Portal 1. I played Portal 1 a lot when I was in like middle school and high school.
Portal 1
but,
is great, but Portal
yeah,
1 is
this-
only
this I really,
it's like
really
only
liked. I'm
Portal
probably gonna
1.
replay
It's
it
kind of
again.
limited. Like
shortly.
it
Like-
was amazing for its
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I used to like
that's
bang
the
it out
thing.
in like
It's
2
not like it
hours.
had
Yeah,
anything to
for sure.
reference, but at this point we've had time to mature as a gaming industry and like as art as a gaming, and we've gotten to the
Yeah.
point where we can make these
That
really
idea,
cool
yeah.
perspective bending things, these games. So like I don't know.
Mm.
It is
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable to
I mean,
like
I don't think-
have it surpass a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think
Literally,
one of us
yeah.
complained about anything in the game.
It really
And
is.
usually,
Yeah.
like, there's at
No.
least
It's a hard
one-
game to complain about.
Like,
I
'cause,
mean, there
like,
was
the
like
stuff
some
that you
a
do
puzzle I got
complain about,
stuck
you
on,
feel
but
like-
yeah,
You're like I can't like this is just me. Like
Yeah. I'm an idiot. That's all.
I can't
It's just a
solve this
super
puzzle.
polished
This game
game, too.
sucks.
Yeah, like it's super polished. I don't know. Did anyone run into any glitches? Right? Like I don't. It's just super clean.
Just a few, but they weren't that big of a deal.
okay.
Like if you shrink yourself down small enough, like
But it also does tell you to
yeah,
stop.
the game kind of starts to act a little weird. Like if you get really small. Yeah. And then sometimes if I would like try to stand on something and it would yeet me into the sky. I don't know if that ever happened to you guys.
Oh, that's true. I didn't know if that was. I guess it is a glitch because it's unexpected.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to act that way.
Well, I thought I was like, oh my god, this flower pot is a trampoline, and then I tried to do it again, and I was like, fucking trampoline's broken, bro.
I thought the bouncy house would be a trampoline.
Oh yeah, me too.
right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's my only negative criticism.
This game needs trampolines. Pillow Fort Games, when you make the sequel, add trampolines. That's my only request. Dreaming with trampolines. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Our next game, Casper, you want to tell us what our next game is?
Oh, I hope I don't confuse them.
Oh yeah, all right.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah,
The Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Evan, did you make Casper say it just so you?
Yeah,
because
because behind the scenes, we were like, "Oh God, Jesus Christ, we're gonna say the wrong one." We didn't though. Yeah, whew, sweating.
Yeah, not to be confused
and
with
are
Outer
drastically
Wilds, which we
different
already did a
games.
podcast on.
Yeah, it's the
and-
Obsidian games, open world.
Yeah. And if you're excited at the thought of us playing Outer Wilds, you can go watch a video where we played Outer Wilds. So it's great. It's great either way.
Dude, that's a really good one too. Joe is so passionate about.
Yeah, that is a fun
friend
episode.
of the show, Joe, is just he loves that game so much.
Sweet. I want to say thank you to my boys. Thanks for being on the ep. We're gonna be. This is a formerly bi-weekly, now monthly podcast. I love saying that.
It's like Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah. So we will be back in a month, some odd number of days, probably plus or minus. But
we'll make ourselves available.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll be around.
We got maybe some YouTube shorts coming out.
Don't worry, listener. My people will talk to your people, and we'll hang, listener. Don't worry. All right, fellas. I think that's it. So I'll see you guys next time.